really an unboxing because I already unboxed it, but it is review, sort of first general impressions of this brand new tarot called the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. It's by Watkins Publishing. It's brand new out, and it's the author is David Fontana, and it's interesting because David Fontana was a psychologist, and so he comes to the tarot with a bit of a different perspective than I think other people come to it. So I was really curious about this because I'm, you know, very interested in psychology. I'm very interested in, like, you know, Jungian sort of psychoanalysis and all that kind of stuff. So I was really, really curious about this. So I received this last week. I have worked with it a little bit. I just wanted to give you guys my first impressions about it. So first of all, it's got a nice box, nice hard sturdy box, which is always important to me. You know, I like to have a box where I can keep my cards in and not worry about it. And it's one of these ones which I really like, which is the slide out one. So really nice, I think. And then it's got the book on top. So you've got your hardcover there, and then you've got the book. It's not like a super huge book, but it is packed with information. So it is about 80 pages. And so it's got introduction, there's a little history of the tarot, just like a brief history, you know, especially for beginners. And then it talks about symbols and about the importance of symbols in the tarot and how to get started, working with the tarot. And then it goes into the major arcana, just talking about what the major arcana is, as well as the Fool's Journey. And then it starts going into each one. So you've got your color thumbnail here, and then it's got, you know, a description and talking about the card. There aren't reversals, which is fine with me, but I mean, I'll use reversals either way. So it goes through each of the major arcana. And then it talks about the minor arcana and what it is. And then I think this is really neat, is instead of it being like the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups and, you know, going through that way, it has all the aces here. And I think this would be really great for beginners, because I think one really good way to learn when you're learning the tarot is to learn, like, okay, like aces mean this, so fire means this. So if it's an ace of fire, it means that, like, you know, it's a good way to have those associations in your mind. And then it has the twos and on and on. The core cards, instead of pages, it has princesses, and I kind of like that it's got like a masculine feminine balance there. Then you've got princes instead of knights, queens, and kings. And then it's got readings and layouts, so it's got like a 7-card horseshoe, a smaller Celtic cross, you know, pretty standard, and then it's got a tree of life, which is nice as well. So, you know, for a little book, it's got a lot of information in it, so I'm quite pleased about that. And, you know, it's got, like, you know, the flexible cover, but it's not like a little white book where it gets all ratty. It's like a proper, you know, kind of book. The box like this, so you've got your cards in there, so it's a nice little place to keep them. The size of the tarot is a pretty standard one. It's a little bit long, but it's you know, pretty standard. I really like that the back is just plain. I mean, I do like ones with symbols too, but I like it's plain because they do read reversals. So for me, this is helpful because, you know, I prefer when I turn over whether to, you know, I don't want to know until I turn over whether it's a reversal or not. I have to say the cardstock is really nice too. Like, it's kind of a glossy, and it's thin enough that you can rifle shuffle, but it's not like super thin where it's like, you know, it's got some bend to it, but it's still sturdy enough, and I quite like that. So I'm going to show you the cards. They're not totally in order because, like I said, I have worked with them. I really love the colors in these cards. So this is the Hermit. I really like this kind of style, the colors in it. It's a very purpley blue. A lot of the arcana, I really love the colors, and they're very sort of straightforward and simple, so that when you look, like when you turn over an arcana, like it is, you know what it is. And the borders I like too, because they're white, and they're not super thick or obtrusive, so you can really look at the card, and then it's got, you know, pretty clearly what it is. Judgment, I like that Judgment. I love that angel there. I like this Tower. It's got like a cartoony element to it, but it is, I love the richness of the color in it. Strength. I won't show you them all, but I want to give you an idea. So this is the King of Wands. The only thing I would say is this threw me off because he's on a horse, and I'm used to knights being on a horse, but you know, because the King of Wands is, you know, active and everything, it's not, you know, I get it. I really like to, with the suits, that the colors really go with the suits. So like all the wands are like this red, orange, fiery kind of color. The pentacles are green like this and often have architecture in them. So the minor arcana cards are more Pippish in that they don't have human figures in them, but they are very clear about what suit they are. And you know, if you know your cards, then it's not an issue. So if you like Pip decks, I think you might really like this. So the Eight of Pentacles here, like you can see, it's about structure and building things up, and it's got architecture there. Here's the princesses. The princesses often have the boobies out, so if you're offended by boobies, you know, whatever. But I think it speaks to like their innocence and youth. The swords are very military. They've got a lot of castles in them. So even though it's Pip deck, there's still things in here. There's still things to go on. The cups, I'll have cups, and they're kind of more outdoor, naturey. Some of them do have the sea and ships in them too, which is pretty cool. Oh, I love this Temperance. Look at this Temperance. I love her wings and everything. Very beautiful. Six Swords. Cool. There's a cups with a 9 cups with a ship in it. Very pretty. Yeah, the kings are on horses in this one instead of the knights, so that's the only thing I think that might throw some more experienced people off, but I got used to it really fast, so it didn't bother me. And I really like that here he's got all the trees and stuff, like very earthy. Yeah, there's the King of Swords on his horse. Three of Pentacles. There we go. Princess of Pentacles. I like how the court, the Pentacles court, they've all got these trees and things around them. I like that the Hangman has a halo. Look at that. So they're somewhat icon-like to me in some ways too. Oh, the sun. It's nice. Oh, I like this devil too. He's not too scary. I like the color. See any others. Oh, I like Justice. Look at that. Very, very cool. So I'm really enjoying the colors, and I did, oh, I love the Ace of Pentacles. I love the Tower, the one thing. That's very nice. I did some readings for some friends this week, and this is a really straightforward deck. Like, it just, like, bam. Like, its voice is very straightforward. It tells you what it is. It is not a deck that's like super touchy-feely, but it's not like a harsh deck either. It's like this kind of really nice in the middle, you know, it tells you like it is. It's straightforward. I really like too when you lay out a larger spread, you can clearly see like, okay, what's predominant, like wands, cups, pentacles, swords, like the colors really are like, bam, this is what it is. Oh, I love this High Priestess, which is a card that is important to me that people get right. Quite like that. I'm just going to show you some more that I like. There's the wands with the red. They're sort of, they make me think of agriculture in some ways. Like the very summery, springy, agriculture-y. Alright. What else we got here? Oh, Ten of Wands, all the flowers, birds. There's a Chariot. Just love these colors. Something like kind of juicy and delightful about these colors. Oh, Queen of Swords. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I like this Wheel of Fortune. And I really like this Death. That's another card that's important to get right to me. Like that head on the ground. There's something about that I like. The moon. This is a great moon as well. And I'm trying to find, oh, here she is. I really love the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is like my significator card. Love that it's got a unicorn. Of course it does. All right, so that is the deck, like in a nutshell. Oh, just gotta show you one more king. There you go. It's going to be the deck that I'm working with for the month of March, so you'll probably see it in my Instagram posts quite a bit. But I'm really liking it, and you know what? I really love the way this feels, like how it slides and things. It's got like a, you know, it doesn't stick together or anything. It's really nice deck, and it fits really nicely in the hand. It's a really great size. So I am really loving this deck. And you know, let me know what you think. If you have this deck, if you're thinking about getting this deck, let me know. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.